Hello, everyone, and welcome to Disney Magic Podcast, a fun new Disney podcast hosted by a British guy. I'm your host, Zach Campbell, and you can join me every other week for magical stories, amazing guests, intriguing history, and overall a trip down Main Street, USA. From Disney parks to a galaxy far, far away, we'll be talking all things Disney and just how magical it is. Get ready for this episode because it's starting in 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, Disney adults? Welcome back to the Disney Magic Podcast. I am your ever gracious host, Disney Magic Zach, and today I'm super excited to have these guys on. These are probably one of my favorite channels that I do watch over on the tube, and I have been gracious, graciously invited onto their channel a few weeks back, and if you want to check that out, I'll leave it in the top right for you. Which way? That way, top right for you, and in the description as well, where we did a ride through commentary video. It was a super fun time. I really enjoyed it. Highly recommend their channel. Signs of Amusement consists of Steve, Jeff, and Jason. Now we do have Steve and Jason, but no Jeff at the minute. So, without further ado, let's get them on. And let's get this party going, boys. Let's get it rolling. Welcome to the podcast. All right, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of an interview with you guys. Obviously, if you guys want to introduce yourselves, tell the audience who you are, what you do, and feel free to shamelessly plug your channel and things like that. So starting with Jason, do you want to go first?
Yeah. So I'm Jason. I run Interactive Realm and Signs of Amusement, and I pretty much got started doing woodworking and making replica signs, mostly Disney replica signs now.
Nice.
Like this one. And I started just filming myself making stuff, and that's kind of how they got started. And then this guy over here was one of my subscribers, and we met and became friends, and we started doing stuff on the Signs of Amusement channel.
Nice.
It's more focused on content rather than the signs, although that's got some of it in there.
Yeah.
But so far, I love everything that we're doing. I hope to do a lot more. Continue doing it
for years to come.
Oh, yeah.
for years to come. Yeah.
That is the dream, isn't it? That's the dream. No, Signs of Amusement is a fantastic. I mentioned this in my little bit of my intro. Signs of Amusement is just a fantastic. The dynamic that you guys have between you, Jeff, and Steve is just on point. It really is. The humor's there.
Yeah.
The flow's there. The content you create is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Steve, do you want to introduce yourself as well?
I'm Steve.
And that sums it up.
and that's it.
I don't know. There's not much about me. I'm just quiet. I'm usually the one in the background that doesn't say much. But
yeah, Steve
anyway,
has a witty one-liners.
Talk about your channel, though.
Yeah, so I do Expedition Steve, and I do a lot of POVs, and I used to do a lot of Disney, but now that I moved away from Southern California, I do more like exploring stuff like that.
Nice.
And then the other thing on my channel I do is called Where Are We? And what I do is, for instance, on Pirates of the Caribbean, when you're on the ride, it's like, what's above us when you go down the slides, or
nice.
the waterfalls when you go down and you're making all the turns. What's above you? And so I have like a little map, and it tells you what's above you, like the Blue Bayou in Disneyland. It'd be the Blue Bayou that's above you, the train, and stuff like that.
That's so cool. That is very, very cool. A nice little Yeah, a little bit behind the scenes, kind of, isn't it? Like, kind of like
Yeah,
where you are.
kind of. Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. We like that. We like that. All right. So this is primarily a Disney podcast. So we're gonna dabble on some Disney here, boys. Are we all right with that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
So, I mean, this question goes out to both of y'all. So whoever wants to answer it first, but I want to know your first memory that got you into Disney. What sparked that Disney adult in you? Was like, yes, I love Disney. What was that first memory?
You said Disney adult though, so are we going back from when we were kids or adult?
I mean, entirely up to you. Entirely up to you. That's up to you.
When did the magic start?
Yeah, exactly
When
that.
did we discover the magic?
When did we discover the
That's
magic podcast?
Well, I grew up in Southern California as well. I'm currently in Arizona, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to go to Disneyland all the time as a kid.
Yeah.
Knott's Berry Farm as well.
Nice.
I actually lived in Huntington Beach for a while, so I was pretty close to Disneyland.
Nice.
I used to go there with my grandma, and they would like take us, and we just walk around, and I have my brother with me and stuff. So, but once I moved to Huntington Beach, and like I would come home from work, and I would just go to Disney. I had a annual pass at the time, and I would just go there and people watch and eat food and not really ride much, but that's when I really got like interested in like the whole history and background of Disneyland. And Walt himself. And
nice.
I think that's where my love came in. I enjoyed it as a kid for sure, but you don't quite understand everything as a kid.
That is true. Absolutely.
But yeah, so I think when I moved to Huntington Beach, that's when everything started. So that was like a couple of years after high school. So
nice.
98, 99.
Nice. How about you, Steve?
Yeah, I also grew up in Southern California. I grew up in Lakewood.
Nice.
Which is the neighboring city to Long Beach.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, so Disney wasn't that far. Yeah. Disneyland wasn't that far to go to. So my parents would take me there, and my dad's favorite part of Disneyland is Tomorrowland, so we would always hang out over there.
Nice.
And and then I moved to Temecula, which is like about an hour from Disneyland. But I worked in Orange County, so I did the same thing Jason did. Was as soon as I'm off of work, I had an annual pass, and I didn't want to drive in all that traffic, so I'd go to Disneyland and hang out and go on a couple of rides, eat dinner, and then head home.
Nice. Making the most of your time. That's it.
Yeah.
That is very cool. That's very cool.
It's a little bit difficult now because I'm in North Idaho.
We can't buy a magic pass.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? That's really, really cool. I think for me as well, it kind of like I went to Disneyland Paris when I was 7. I was my favorite. It was honestly one of like the best times I had in Paris. I've never been since. But when I was 16, I went to Disney World, and that's where that all sparked from. I love the history of Disney. I love learning all the little tips and secrets, that kind of stuff. And that's where that stemmed from. So I'm kind of similar to Jason, really. Like I'm, that what really sparked it when I went, and I'm forever reading articles and watching videos like Defunctland and oh gosh, there's just so many. Like
I got started with Alex the Historian.
Oh yeah, nice.
Started me.
Yeah, nice.
With the history part of Disneyland, watching his stuff.
Yeah, he's another great channel there as well. There's so many out there that are just so cool, that are just like, wow, I didn't know that, or like, yeah, I forgot about that part. Like, it's cool to like, and I like to implement that into my own channel as well as some of the videos that I've made in the past, and hopefully to do in the future as well. So. But yeah, moving on a little bit. Then we talked about our first memory. Let's talk about your favorite memory. So what is the one that sticks out the most that you're at a party, you're at a little social office work gathering. You'd be like, Tell us your favorite memory. What would it be?
Is it a memory of the park or just like Disney in general?
I mean, it's entirely up to you. Potentially Disney, but I mean, if one sticks out,
Well, I mean, like
if one sticks
my
out,
favorite
other
memory. Yeah, my favorite memory is not at the park,
Okay.
but it's when well, I've met Bob Gurk a few times because
Ooh,
I'm
yeah.
friends with Ernie, his manager.
Wow.
But they came out to Arizona to do one of Bob Gurr's talking events. And I had made Ernie this little TV, kind of like the one that's in the background of Steve's.
Oh wow, cool.
Steve made his based off of mine, so
nice.
Yeah. And that's how Jason and I met.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So so I made this little TV and I made a video for it on my Interactive Realm channel. And Bob was at the end of the video. We had this little clip, and you know, to have Bob talk about something that I made, like he was like in awe of it, like this is the coolest thing ever. Is like, for me, it's like, well, you helped design, make all these other rides that like I love, like the People Mover.
Yeah.
And for him to say something about like that, something that I made, it just made my whole life.
Oh, 100%. That is so cool. You know what? I'm jealous of you guys that have met all of these Disney celebrities. Like I'm in the wrong country, man. Like 100%. Like, like oh my gosh. Like when I'm listening to like the podcast on your channel or listening to like the ride through videos, I'm like, holy crap! Like you guys have met some insane legends. Like it's crazy. Like how does that happen? Like how do you bump into them? Like how do you become friends with them? And because you're friends with Chris Provost as well, aren't you? And things like that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the same way that we met you. You know, like we found channels, we start talking to people, and Steve was friends with Alex the Historian. I talked to Alex the Historian, and then we all met, and then we're friends with LMG Vids, which is how we do the ride-through videos.
Yeah.
That's right there. That's all of LMG's videos.
Yeah, so Provost had they had an event during, like, I think it was just after COVID, maybe before the parks. Actually, probably before the parks reopened.
Yeah.
No, parks were open because
the taste of, there. Wasn't it the taste?
No, Taste of Disney was when I first met Amanda. I kind of hijacked their live stream. I was handing out like laser cut like logos and little keychains and stuff that I made with their logo. You know,
nice.
I met Amanda there, but Chris wasn't there. But they had an event where you can like meet them, like a meet and greet kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's when I first met Chris, and we were just all friends at that point.
That's so cool.
He's so easy to talk to.
He's a really good guy, and just the knowledge that he has from doing all these videos is insane. Like now he knows stuff like during his ride through of with us on the Casey Junior train. Like there's some things I was like, oh, I didn't even know that.
I learned so much from that video. I was like, wow, that's so cool. Like that's like all those little details that you just kind of pass by, you wouldn't even think of, would you really? Like it's insane. It's very cool.
Yeah, the other cool thing is at the end of at that same event, we had Caitlin, I forget her last name now, but she's the current voice of Minnie Mouse, so I got to meet her too.
Wow,
so
nice. Cool. That's so cool. That is insane. Yeah, I'm definitely in the wrong country.
Hey man, anytime you want to come out here and like we'll all go to Disney and
100%.
We'll meet up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm over there August next year, so let's make it happen, boys.
It's your birthday.
It's my birthday. Good remembering, Steve. Good remembering. I like that. I like you. There we go.
Well, we keep him around.
So, Steve, what's your favorite Disney memory? Which one sticks out for you?
It's weird, you know. I have a lot, especially with my parents.
Yeah.
But the one that really sticks out because the ride doesn't exist anymore. So I had relatives from the Netherlands come over, my aunt and cousins.
Nice.
And we rode on the People Mover.
Ooh, good choice.
At night.
Ooh.
And it broke down.
Oh.
And we were above the submarine ride.
Yeah.
And we had to get out and walk that railing at night.
Oh no.
And what's funny is my aunt still remembers that day. She just, when I just came back from Disneyland.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, do you remember when we got stuck on the people mover that wasn't moving?
The people stopper."
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's
so we had to walk
now.
in the dark. There's, the track's not lit. So.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it should. I don't.
I was gonna say, where did you walk off to? Does that go to the monorail station or?
Yeah, so it went past the monorail station. Then we had to cross over the track, and we're what's now Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blast.
Into like the
there's a door.
Circle Vision built. Yeah.
Yeah, the Circle Vision. So there's an actual door right before you go into the tunnel, and that's the door we went into. And you come down, and you're just outside. There's that pathway between the Matterhorn and that building. There's a door right there. Yeah. And that's where you came out. So it's pretty neat.
That's pretty cool. That's really cool.
That sticks in my head.
Oh yeah, I bet that's a cool. It must be a cool experience. Like I've never experienced it, but it must be a cool experience to have like a ride breakdown and then being able to walk the rest of the attraction. Like I love watching those type of videos as well. Like the last one I saw was Splash Mountain, where the animatronic stopped like just before the chain lift. And they had to walk they had to walk back to like the last exit that they could get out of, and I was like, that's so cool. Like it must be so cool to get up close and personal with the animatronics and just like see how they work and just see the mechanics of it. I'd love that. I'd love that. That's so cool.
I actually did do a walk off of Splash Mountain.
Oh, really?
I wasn't next to any of the animatronics. We went out the door. We went to the behind everything and where the water tanks are and stuff.
Yeah. Nice. That's
I got
so
stuck on Pirates too.
Oh, cool.
For over an hour.
Oh no.
They forgot us.
Oh no.
There was nobody in any of the boats around us. It was my cousin, me, and a friend of mine.
What part of the ride were you in?
We were right where the dog.
Oh no.
With the key.
That's like an iconic scene as well. How can you forget that part?
For over an hour.
I know. I'm sure we're missing something. Was there another one? Nah, no, I'd be fine. I'd be all right. Oh no.
Yeah, we fell asleep.
I bet. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully I've never been forgotten or like I've never had the chance to be forgotten on a ride. So I mean, hopefully that doesn't happen, So
it's like I don't know how they not saw or see us. Well, we each took a row because there's nobody there, so we were laying down in the boat.
Well,
because we got
maybe they couldn't see you on the cameras. I don't know.
Maybe
it looks empty.
Yeah.
Maybe it just looks empty to them, like, that one's empty. We'll move it along. It's fine.
All I know is when we got to the top, the lift, and we got out, there was nobody in the entire building.
Oh my gosh.
Just one cast member telling us to get off.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
The park was already closed.
Oh my gosh. Steve, you could have had rule of the roost there, mate. You could have done anything you wanted. You could have lived there. Yeah. Where's Steve? Where are we now, Steve? I don't know. I'm just here.
I get up in the morning. There's like a tent, and Steve next to like some pirates.
Yeah. It's currently 3 a.m. near pirates.
He's trying to warm himself by the fake fire,
and the music is still going.
Still going now.
Yeah, I don't.
At least
did they ever turn the music off and things like that, or does it keep going forever? Like I don't know. Surely they turn it all off right at night. Surely.
No,
it just stays on. Oh wow, that'd be pretty. That'd be pretty daunting. Like imagine just being like. I mean, obviously, being forgotten in the park is another thing, but like, imagine just like not knowing, and then all of a sudden you just hear voices like from the distance, thinking you're up. Mate, that'd scare the crap out of me. I think, like, honestly,
I know. So the cast member was telling me about Small World that when they do shut that one down, it's all air compressed.
Oh, really?
So the dolls would go, ooh,
Oh,
and
no.
they're slowly, the air is finally getting out, and then they just slump over.
Oh my gosh. Oh
Yeah.
god, that must be terrifying. Oh my gosh. No way. That's crazy. Crazy. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Oh my lord. So let's talk about, let's keep it on the trend of attractions. Favorite Disney attraction. What we thinking? What's your go-to?
Wow.
It can be past or present. That's, make it a bit easier
Yeah.
on y'all.
I mean, I think everybody's go-to was People Mover. I don't understand why they removed that attraction. It was very popular.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like it's one of those. It's like at Walt Disney World. Like that is hands down one of my favorites. I will happily ride the People Mover any chance I get.
Like, yeah, I mean it's like the train though. I'm like, I'm not gonna get rid of the train. We rode it for the same reason.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, People Mover's got more to see, so the train's got nothing. I have a fun story about the People Mover though. Last time I was on the People Mover, I found $20.
That's nice.
That
was mine.
Well,
It's
finders keepers.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Jason.
I would say my current go-to is it's either got to be Pirates, Haunted Mansion, or Big Thunder.
Oh yeah, okay.
Whatever is like the shortest line is what I'll go to first.
Yeah, nice.
That's
just
my 3 as well.
Yeah, hands down, it's got to be my 3. I mean, just hands down, just iconic rides, isn't it? I've just stood the test of time. Like, I love Haunt, I love Mansion. It's just so good. Pirates again. Yeah. I love anything pirates and cowboy themed. So that again, and Big Thunder is my favorite attraction. I love Big Thunder. It's hands down, it's so good, so good.
Yeah, they're going to be changing the queue for Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, the one at Disneyland, aren't they? They're bringing an extended queue. Yeah. I remember watching Dallon's video about that a while ago when it was first announced. Yeah, I'm glad they're doing that because, like, I feel like it's I've not been to Disneyland, but it looks like it's lacking in like lore and kind of stuff to do with the ride. So I'm glad they're bringing that into it.
Yeah.
So
and the thing is, in summertime before. So right now they put umbrellas up.
Yeah.
In summer, but before they didn't have anything, and it gets so hot.
Oh, I bet.
That sun beating on you.
Yeah.
People getting sick because of the heat.
Yeah. That's. Yeah, I'm glad they're covering it and everything. So.
Yeah.
The line already extends out there anyway, so it just made sense,
That's it, exactly. Yeah. Well, you might as well just.
I think the main reason is to have wheelchair access all the way. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah,
going through the backside.
Yeah, accessible for everyone. That's what you want, at the end of the day as well. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good choices, guys. Good choices. Let's talk about the past a little bit. So I think this is going to be a tough one for y'all. If you could bring back one ride from the past, what would it be?
People Mover. Actually, People Mover is big. The Sky Buckets, though, as well.
Are you sure you don't want rocket rods, Jason? I mean,
no.
No, I honestly hope they bring the People Mover back because, like, But the thing is, though, they need to redo the track because that track's just rusted now, and it's no use to anyone. Like, it needs. What do y'all think would need to happen for it to? In an ideal world, if it was to ever come back, what would need to happen with it? Like your Imagineers.
Do the mag
Yeah. I think they would definitely update it to the way Disney World works.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously, there is some integrity issues with the track.
Yeah,
nothing as bad as I think people thought. But some of the track is now missing when it goes behind the scenes, like in Star Tours and all that. So they would have to replace. I mean, obviously the track has to get replaced anyway, but some of that stuff needs to be reworked.
Yeah, of course.
And the angles. So when you're going over Autopia, the steep angles and stuff, you can't do that with the mag.
Yeah, yeah. That's
They have to change all that.
yeah. That's yeah. It's one of them, and it's. I think it. Honestly, I hope they bring it back, but I think it's just gonna be more work than. But again, like leaving it like that, it's kind of demoralizing to Tomorrowland. It's like there's nothing there to replace it, and there hasn't been for what 20 years, and it's like it's just at that point you might like either do something with it or close it off. Try and figure something out with it because it's not fair to like to get our hopes up all the time.
I think that's the main issue is they don't know what they're doing with Tomorrowland yet. At least not like a fully built plan that they haven't shared.
Yeah. And is
so
that partly because of Disneyland Forward? Do you think, or is that just general?
I think that's a separate thing, but there was talk of using people movers with that, but I think once they figure out what they're doing with Tomorrowland, they could figure out what is going to change with that track, or beyond Tomorrowland, the northern eastern section, whatever they're doing there. That's where the track goes to.
Yeah.
All that would have to come in place. So
yeah, of course.
It's a big decision to remake the whole track or to shorten it or make something different or whatever.
If you touch one, you're touching 3 different attractions over there.
Well, 4 if you count the people mover itself.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, of course.
Because you got the subs, you got the Autopia, and the monorail. So
yeah. I feel like it'd be pretty hard to adjust it all, wouldn't it, to get it working again with all. Because I can't think. I don't know if it was. I can't think. But doesn't it interfere with like certain rides? The track nowadays, where if they were to redo it, they'd have to completely like reroute it.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're saying.
But actually, there's 5 because we forgot the motorboat.
Well, yeah, back in the day, but yeah, the Autopia track goes over the submarine ride, which has the pylons for the monorail and supports for the people mover track. You cannot touch one without touching the others.
That's it. Yeah.
You could probably remove the monorail, or we could probably remove monorail pylons and the people mover track, but you can't destroy or remove or change much with submarines or Autopia without completely destroying the other. So,
And let's hope they figure it out, because honestly, like I think it's about time it comes back. To be fair, I think it's about time it comes back.
What I'm thinking, I'm hoping is that if they do Disneyland Forward, and build that, then they can close Tomorrowland, because there's another land that people can go to. And,
and then completely redo Tomorrowland.
And then redo Tomorrowland.
To give it some justice, because last time they tried to do Tomorrowland at Disneyland was just.
It was horrible.
It was awful. It was.
I actually never, when they changed that, I never went to Tomorrowland.
Oh my gosh. Was it that bad, Steve? Was it that bad?
I hated it. I didn't like all the copper and brown. Colors, the steampunk stuff.
Or
the Jules Verne.
Look. That's it. Yeah. I think they did it wrong though, because in Disneyland Paris, it looks right. Like it fits there so well. But in Disneyland, I don't think it fits well there. To be fair.
No, you have all the locals that are so used to the way it used to look in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Well, also it wasn't consistent, like it was the green side, and then there was like everything else.
Everything else was copper.
If it all fit together, maybe it would be more like Discoveryland in Paris.
Not an eyesore.
Yeah.
Like that Astro Orbiter thing.
Oh,
in front.
I still that thing just needs to go. I'm sorry. Bring back the rocket jets or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
On top of the P mover.
Oh man, oh man. I was watching a video based, I think it was from someone I've interviewed on the podcast, Palm Springs linguist. He was an ex-cast member at Disneyland, and he had a video out talking about like how Disney World is how Disneyland used to be. It's kind of like a time capsule to how Disneyland used to be. I kind of agree with that because looking at how Disneyland did have done their kind of like parks and things like that, and then looking at Disney World, it's kind of, I can see that because you've got the People Mover there, you've got the Astro Rockets, you've got the Carousel of Progress, you've got all of those rides that were at Disneyland that are no longer there, and it's upsetting because like there's only one in the world at the minute of each of those, and it's kind of like, I don't know, like, did you feel the same kind of, do you have the same kind of, like, opinions on that, or?
I mean, I would say that's mostly accurate. The obviously the main difference is Disney World has space, so
yeah.
They can keep the rides and still add new ones, whereas Disneyland, they just kind of they needed to really expand like they did with Galaxy's Edge, or they just replaced stuff. So
yeah.
And if, some of that stuff came from Disneyland, like Carousel of Progress. So
100%, yeah. Is there any space to go in Anaheim, like to expand further, like around, or is it not possible at the minute without
across the street?
Oh,
well, I think Disneyland Florida says that there is space where there is currently basically parking lot, which is
space. Yeah.
What DCA was too.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of space there. I mean, Hollywood Land and DCA is pretty much useless.
Yeah.
You can destroy that whole thing and build something awesome there.
Yeah.
That little bus depot, if you bring in that Eastern Gateway that they've been talking about forever.
Oh yeah.
You can move into that area where the buses currently are, the drop off area or whatever. That's like a whole land right there, pretty much.
Yeah. Nice. What would you put in those lands? What would you be your ideal gates at Disneyland then? Would you do something Avengers like they've done at Paris, or? Oh, you've got Avengers campus at Disneyland, haven't you?
We have the Avengers campus.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
California Adventures is IP land, is what it is.
I mean, you're not wrong, Steve. To be fair, like that's how the world turns anymore, though, isn't it? Though, and if it's not got IP, then it's not in the park.
Forget it.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but
I have very strong opinions on that as well.
Yeah. There was all this talk about the Avatar coming to Disneyland. That area would be perfect for doing something there.
Avatar is in like the Pandora.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, I've not heard that.
Yeah.
That's
they call it the Avatar Experience. I don't know what that is, but
okay.
They haven't really said anything.
It's basically a building with statues in it.
Okay.
There will be another thing going around called the Avatar Experience.
That sounds so immersive.
Yeah.
But there would be enough space over there to do a mini Pandora land.
Yeah.
There's a lot of space back there.
Yeah.
Especially if you took over the bus depot section.
Yeah. And there's those giant studio buildings. That's what's taking up all that space.
Yeah, there's like 3 if you count the Muppet. Well, not Muppet. It's
whatever it is.
Philhar Magic now.
In DCA, like where?
Yeah, in DC.
Yeah. So what's in them at the minute currently? Is there anything?
Like I said, Philhar Magic's in the one.
Yeah.
They had a Marvel shop in one, but they just closed that because they opened the shop that's actually in Avengers Campus.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
And the other one, I think it was a cast member training or a restaurant at one point.
All right.
And then they had Flynn's Arcade in there.
And Flynn's Arcade, and now there's like 2 empty buildings currently back there.
So they've got the space to do something then.
Yeah, they just have to figure out what they would do with Monsters Inc. ride.
Oh yeah. I still can't look at that without thinking of Superstar Limo. Like, oh my god, the amount of
It's funny you have this like stupid ride that no one likes, and you just like retheme it, and everybody's like, "Oh, I like this ride."
Oh yeah. I can't.
The track and everything's still the same.
I know that's it exactly. I can't, like, every time I watch a ride through or watch like a video about it, I can never see. There's one CDA like member. It's just Drew Carey. It's the exact same animatron that they've just put a yellow suit over him.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's just the stupidest animation as well. It's just.
There's like I think it might be LMG, but there's a side by side, and it's just funny to watch him.
Yeah. I think the best part of that ride is when you're at the exit and that lady looks at you and makes fun of you.
Oh yeah. I thought you were gonna
watching you.
Yeah. I'm watching you, Wazowski. I honestly thought Steve was going to say the best part of the ride is getting off.
Yeah. No, like at the end, she was flirting with me one time, and I was just like, stop.
Yeah. There was a lady behind us, and he's like, "I like your glasses," because they're the same. She was wearing the same glasses with the chain.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I love the interactive characters and things like that. They're so funny.
Yeah.
Especially when they change, when it's like, it just makes it so much more immersive. It's so funny. I want to ask you a little bit about your YouTube and stuff like that. What are your plans going forward for your channels? Have you got anything big in the works, or that you're willing to share, or do you want to keep it hush hush?
No, I mean, I have plans for doing one-off videos, more like behind the sign thing, where I make a sign and talk more about it.
Nice.
Like one of my first videos was like the landmark signs of Disneyland.
Cool.
I want to do more things like that.
Nice.
I think the other main thing is Steve and I and Jeff actually are all in the music. We make our own music.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I remember the interview that you had with where Steve and Jeff were asking you all questions. I remember that. Little talented little boys you are with your little music group going on. Love it.
Yeah, so I've written some about Disney and some, just about other things, and some are just instrumental things.
Yeah.
And I had some on my other channel, but I like to put those to Disney content and make it more in sync with the music.
Nice. Yeah.
Something fun to watch or whatever.
Nice. We like that.
Other than that, I'm thinking about doing some kind of non-animated animated videos, I guess.
Okay.
Like characters, like kind of 2D characters, like comic book style, maybe.
Oh, very cool.
That are based on original content.
Nice.
So
very cool.
That's just in the works. Planning still. Whatever.
Nice. So you draw on them yourself, or?
It might be, just digital artwork.
Yeah. Nice.
Maybe if I can do something AI, I'll try to do that. But
very cool.
I'm not certain on how animated or non-animated it will be.
Yeah. Nice. Very
if
cool.
we could do it in comic book panels too, or with a still animated character with animated background video or something.
Yeah.
That's, still planning, but
yeah, nice. Yeah. We like that. We like the sound of that. Sounds very cool. A lot of work going into it. We like that.
Yeah.
Keeping it fresh on the Signs of Amusement channel. We like it.
Well, I think the main reason, especially with Jeff, because he does a little voiceover work, and I can try to do whatever I can do. And
your Christopher Walken impression shows.
Shows. Yeah. Why are you in my shows? Even get Steve involved in there too.
Nice.
But yeah, you can make some kind of voice. It doesn't have to be anything out. Yeah, simple stuff.
Yeah. I mean, simple is best, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Fun stuff.
Yeah. Nice. What about you, Steve? Any plans on the channel for yourself, or anything you're doing for the Signs of Amusement?
Well, with my channel, I was pushing, and trying to get more content and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's more because I don't go to Disneyland
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
that often anymore. So I do it more for fun. And I love having subscribers, of course, and
Yeah.
stuff, and trying to share all my stuff with with all the viewers and everything that
Yeah.
maybe have never been up in this area, or I it's just trying to make things more fun for everybody.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. No, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're having fun, that's what matters as well. You doing what you love, that'll shine through. You know what I mean? Like,
and it was actually kind of really neat where I did a video over here. There's an amusement park close by called Silverwood.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I recorded the train show.
Nice.
And the actor that was on there actually found me through Instagram
and
contacted me and
Very
thanked
cool.
me for doing the video. And so,
that's cool.
stuff like that. It's rewarding.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's so cool.
And that's what I would love to keep doing. And,
showcasing your local area, things like that. Right. Like, very cool. Very cool. Where's your favorite place you've been to so far then? Like in your local area?
Besides Disneyland?
Besides Disneyland. Yeah. I mean, besides Disneyland.
One of my favorite places up here, it's actually in Montana.
Ooh,
it's about an hour drive from my house.
Yeah.
Is Kootenai Falls.
Oh, yeah.
That was a really cool place.
Yeah. Nice.
They have the swinging bridge.
Oh, wow.
So, you walk across the river on this bridge.
Yeah.
And it moves a lot. So.
Yeah. That sounds
yeah.
terrifying and exciting all at the same time.
Yeah. Luckily, I'm not afraid of heights or anything.
Oh, that's good then.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Steve, I want to come out there with my drone and just
that sounds cool. Get those drone
really
shots.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I love drone shots. Like I absolutely love them. Like some of them just look phenomenal. They really do. Like the quality and like. There's a channel that I really enjoy watching. It's called Abroad in Japan. He's one of my favorite YouTubers that me and my brother watch. An English guy, lives in Japan. He's lived in Japan for like 10 years now, showcasing all of like different places of Japan. His camera work is phenomenal. It's like watching a documentary every single video.
Yeah,
it's insane, and the drone shots that he gets are just gorgeous.
Amazing.
Gorgeous. Like his quality to detail is just it's amazing. I'd love to do that, but I don't think there's anywhere near me that people would actually be interested in. Like I live about 20 minutes away from like a main city. There's nothing really near me. If I wanted to go out places like that, I'd have to go like proper out the way, but I don't drive, so it's kind of like it's one of
not
them.
as easy.
Not as easy. Yeah.
It's funny. You're just like my friend that used to live there. He doesn't drive or anything, but he lived close to an Air Force base, one of the U.S. Air Force bases.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So his thing was recording UFOs.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a flying saucer. Oh, no way. That's very cool. Yeah, the closest base to me, I believe, is a place called Harrogate. I think it's about an hour and a half drive away, give or take. But the up there, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's just fields for days. It's just beautiful. The scene, it's just gorgeous. It really is.
That's perfect drone footage.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
It'll get shot down.
Oh, 100%. There's a place near me as well. There's a place called York, a place called Shambles, where J.K. Rowling took inspiration for Diagon Alley. Gorgeous. If you could just imagine Diagon Alley, that's exactly what it looks like. Like the weird shaped buildings. It's just the cobbled streets. It's gorgeous. Honestly, at night time, probably one of my favorite places to go. Absolutely beautiful. Really, really is. It's very cool. But yeah, I'd love to explore. But I mean, Sounds like you've got a good thing going on there, Steve. Sounds great. Sounds great.
I love exploring.
Yeah.
I love getting lost and trying to find my way back.
Oh, I'm the same. I'm very, very curious. Like when if I go out for a walk, I'm like, oh, I've not been down this path before. Where does this lead? I'm like, okay, I don't know where I am. Let me backtrack and then let me figure out where I am. there was a time where we was in Wales, and we got lost in Wales, and we was like, right, we'll stop for a few minutes. We'll take a breather, do what we need to do. I got lost in the woods for like 30 minutes. So I was like, I don't know where I am. Like, what am I doing? I don't know where I am here. I just span
There's
around.
no sun by you, right?
No, well, I mean, I'm not that smart. I can't read the sun. I got Google Maps and I was like, please give me a signal. I was doing like the Lion King thing. I was like,
oh, that's funny.
It was a good time. I eventually found my way, you know.
That's good, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You're here, right?
I'm here. I think so, yeah. I mean, everything's here, I think. I might have left a part of me back there, but, you know, hey, that's fine.
We don't talk about that.
We don't, that's past Zach. He's an idiot. It's fine. So, all right, let's moving on a little bit. Let's have a bit of a blue sky session. You know how Disney love those type of things.
Yeah.
We've kind of touched on it a little bit, but like, okay, Universal are coming out with Epic Universe. Like, I'm sure you've seen images of that. That looks fantastic. What do you think Disney's counteraction is going to be to that? Like, what do you think Disney going to come swinging out the park, hit a home run? Or do you think they're just going to lose the battle?
Yeah, they are losing.
I mean,
money.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's
even if they invested all the money, they're just going to mess it up right now, like because of their whole IP centric thing, and they need original ideas, and they need to do it right, and they need to invest the right amount of money and not be cheap about stuff. And
you know,
the current regiment is not allowing Imagineers to do what they want to do.
So. Of course, of course.
You know, of course, we don't want Disney to fail. Like Jason always said, you know, we want them to do good.
Yeah, of course,
there needs a change.
Yeah.
In order for that to
happen. Of course, yeah. Where do you think that change needs to happen? Where do you think it is? It Iger? Do you think it's Iger that's
down?
To step down. Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, we were all excited when Iger came back. We're like, oh yeah, okay, things will.
I mean, he's better than Chapek, but he's you know.
Was he though? I mean, honestly, Chapek just started the money thing, but like, I mean, nothing has changed really since Iger came back. It's still just as bad as shit was, you know.
Yeah, that's it. $1 million idea. Joe Rohde as CEO. Let's go. Let's get that happening.
He left for a reason, you know. So.
Yeah, well, of course, yeah. I mean, it's one of them, and it's sad to see the decline. I mean, not so. I mean, yeah. Am I right in saying this? The decline of things of Disney. Like, I said this on one of the episodes ages ago. One of my friends, Kate, she's a massive Marvel fan, massive Star Wars fan. I think Disney have got too much on their plate. Like 100%, they've got too much going on. They don't know whether they're coming or going. They're bringing out crap movies, bringing out crap TV. Like, I mean, so for one of my videos, I recently watched all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. The CGI from 2006 absolutely stomps the shit out of some of the CGI that's coming from Marvel from this year. And that's very sad. Like, that movie is, 19 years old? Dead Man's Chest, roundabout. Like that, it's crazy. It's mad to think. And then you've got the most recent Marvel movie, I think, is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. The CGI on that looked absolutely dismal. It looked awful. Like, it's a point where it's like, when is too much too much? Like what can you do?
I think a lot of it is like Disney's like already like, oh, I think this movie's gonna fail. Let's not spend the money on it, and then it fails. It's because you didn't spend money on it.
Yeah,
You didn't put the right amount of time into it. You know.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the rides. You know, like
That's...
if you, I think it was Fresh Baked. They pointed out stuff on the San Francisco Bridge. They just put in DCA. Like there's already pieces like coming apart, and it's like.
Oh,
this shouldn't happen. Things should be welded together.
That's only just opened on it a couple of weeks ago.
Right, and it's like there's already stuff coming apart, and it's like
that's so bad.
That would never happen back in the day.
No, but then you've got stuff that have stood the test of time, like Pirates, Jungle Cruise, Haunted Mansion, that have been there since day one opening. At Disney World, day one opening. You know, you know what I mean. It's they've been there for over 60 years at the original park. It's crazy to think like they're cheaping out.
Well, I mean,
it's not as if they're short of money though, guys. You know what I mean? Like they've got more money than they've got sense. I think. Like,
I think Haunted Mansion says it all. It stood like empty building stood there for like what 6 years or so before it even opened.
Yeah,
because they were trying to figure out the right way to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas today they would just be like, okay, we'll just slap some IP and make some copy of a ride.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And we'll do it for the cheapest thing, you know.
Yeah. The one that stands out for me the most is just lazy like engineering, imagineering, whatever you want to call it. Is Cosmic Rewind at Disney World. Like there's no outdoor theme into that at all. It's just a great building. Like there's nothing to it. Inside it might be an absolute spectacle. Right, fair enough. People are going to go to it because it's IP, people know it. But at the end of the day, like you want the building to look inviting, not like if it wasn't Guardians of the Galaxy, if it wasn't something somebody knew, something somebody knows, they're not going to go to a grey building. You know what I mean? It'd be like if all the rides just slapped a sign on, it was like, Pirates is in here, Haunted Mansion's in here. If they all look like sound stages, no one's going to go on the rides. Like, it's just
spaceship in front of it, you wouldn't even know.
Oh yeah, exactly. And it's just lazy. It's just lazy. Like their most ambitious project was Galaxy's Edge. Like they like up to date. I mean that is, it's beautiful. It is. I recently watched a video. I can't think who it was from, but they said there's so much dead space in there that it's just like.
That was our video.
There you go. I watched so many videos, guys. But you know what I mean? It's like there is dead space there. Like there's nothing there. Like fill it up with something. You know, like you were saying, fill it up with something. Like what's the like?
It was amazing what Walt did with New Orleans Square.
Disneyland. Oh yeah.
You know, how many acres is that? Just like only a few?
Yeah, it's tiny, but it feels like
two big rides and all this stuff happening.
Yeah.
And then you got Galaxy's Edge that has 14 acres
and 2 rides.
Two rides.
2 rides and
shops.
2 rides, couple of shops, and that's it. Like like the immersion's there, fair enough, but where's the interactive parts? Where's what Walt? I'm gonna say this with the fullest intent and respect to Disney. Walt would be turning in his grave if he could see some of the parks today. 100%. He'd be like, guys, what are you doing? Like, this is not how we operate. This is not what we do. And I'd say this with like being a big fan of Disney and being a big fan of the parks and the history and things like that. Being a big fan of Imagineering, but it's just some of it's just lazy. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. They're not doing it justice, in my opinion.
They spend all this money to create this land.
Yeah.
First off, they don't put the one Bantha ride they wanted to do. They don't have the restaurant they wanted to do.
Yeah.
They don't have
it's
the
just an
characters
empty
walking
building.
around what they wanted to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They don't have this interactivity with those characters, which they wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like, can you just do something the way that you wanted to do it and put in the money to do it?
And let's not
You save all this stuff. I mean, they save all this stuff for the Galactic Hotel or whatever.
I was going to say,
and
let's
that
not get
failed.
started on that, because that was a shit show as well.
But
now
that's gone. So can we bring this stuff back to Galaxy's Edge?
Exactly.
Now?
Well, that was $4,000 for what? And 2 nights? Was it 2 nights?
Yeah,
that's 2 nights.
That's dumb.
Ridiculous.
$4,000, and you can't even go outside. Like you can't leave once you. I'm pretty sure you can't leave once you're in it.
Yeah,
well, there's bus rides to the Galaxy's Edge, but they're timed, I think, and
But again, that's who's going to pay $4,000 for that? It's pointless. Like it's.
Well, also you're paying for something that should have been free inside the land.
Exactly.
Like to me, that's like a no-brainer.
To me,
I wouldn't go spend money.
But to me, it makes no sense, because you're already paying to go there. You pay.
Even if I had the money, I wouldn't have paid money.
Oh no, 100%. Like I wouldn't. But you're also paying extra money to go to another hotel, so you're not making the most of your hotel for like 2 nights that you've already paid for. If you're staying at the Polynesian or Contemporary, that's 2 nights you've lost because you're staying in a bunker. Essentially, what it is, isn't it? Like, let's be real here. There's no air. It's air-conned. It's like there's no outdoor space unless you go to the park.
Even like the interaction with the characters on there, and like, oh, you're gonna go on a mission, and then all you do is like these little button things. It's like a 5th grader can do it. Like, that's not interaction. Like, go on a real mission. Do it.
Yeah, we did it.
This is a little. Oh, okay. Oh, here's Chewbacca. He's out of stupid.
I tell you what, I do miss Star Wars wise, and it was way before Galaxy's Edge. Star Wars weekends. Do you remember those?
I don't think I ever went to one of those.
Those looked. I didn't get. I think I saw the back end of one, but it was insane. It was so cool.
What was that? I didn't hear what you said.
Star Wars weekends. So in Hollywood Studios, when I was over there last time, they had like this massive weekend of like Star Wars characters. Yeah, like Darth Vader walking around. This was like way before. I think it was before Disney actually bought out Star Wars. But they had like Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Anakin walking around. They had like
I remember that.
They had all these characters, and they had children coming onto like the stage outside Star Tours, and they could fight Darth Vader. They could fight Luke Skywalker. It was very, very cool.
Oh, and they made cool stuff like this.
That is so cool.
Star Wars, and they don't have these stuff.
Yeah, like come on, man, that's so cool. I love that.
I'll leave it in here.
There we go.
He wants this because it's Boba Fett.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big Boba Fett fan.
You're looking at Steve.
He's taunting you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy, man. Like Disney have all this power. They have all of this IP. They're not using it to the full advantage, and when they are, they're just making a mockery of it. I think. Like, it's just not fair.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing is they bought Fox.
Yeah.
And as far as I can tell, the only thing they're touching is Avatar, Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
And X-Men still Marvel, I guess.
Yeah.
There was one other thing, but like you have all this content. Why is that on Disney Plus?
I know exactly. Yeah.
You're like, oh, Disney Plus not making money. Well, I don't know. Put stuff on there that people want to watch.
Yeah, exactly. So now they've gone to. Last time I heard of Disney Plus, the last news article I read Disney Plus, they were looking at cracking down on passwords like Netflix did and starting charging for ads, like to earn some kind of money from it, because again, people are not paying for it because.
Well, they messed all that up in the very beginning.
Yeah, exactly. Like they shot too high for the
everybody
stars.
sharing stuff, and
yeah. I mean, I do it. One of my friends at work, her kid's got a profile on mine. Like, I'm not going to begrudge her. They want to watch something. It's absolutely doesn't bother me. I mean, I didn't.
And they give you extra profiles. If they don't want that, then don't give you extra profiles.
Exactly. Put it behind a paywall.
Hard to take it away.
Microtransactions for extra profiles. Sounds like something they do, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So talking about the parks and stuff like that. The D23. What are your thoughts from the last destination D23? What are your opinions on that? If you can, you've got anything?
I mean, Provost said it best. Like it was, like lackluster.
Yeah.
Wasn't much coming out of there.
No.
I mean, so there's the D23 Expo, and then there's the Destination 23.
Yeah.
Kind of different.
Yeah.
The Expo was a little bigger.
Yeah.
But still, like the last one of that even was pretty much
flop.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
All the news coming out there was pretty blue sky. So
yeah, and I feel like Disney are doing that too much. Like, there's no definitive. Like, yes, we're going to do this.
They're doing
it's more
politics,
like, yeah, it's more,
or they're like, we're going to do this, and then it doesn't happen.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah,
the Mary Poppins and.
I was gutted about the Mary Poppins. I was well looking forward to that. Like that was. It looked so. The concept for that looked amazing, and they just went and scrapped it. Like, I think COVID had something to do with it, but still, like, that would have been so cool. The Animal Kingdom thing.
Like, what was I say? Like, why aren't they doing it now? They're going to spend all the money in the parks. They say.
Oh yeah, how much are they spending? 60 billion over the next 10 years? Is that something like that?
It was like 17 billion in the next 10 years, and then it was like 60 billion in the next 30.
Yeah.
But you planned all that stuff. You put money into it. That you had artwork. You had there must have been a whole planning stage.
Oh
whatever.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Why are you not continuing on that?
Yeah,
everybody wanted that, right?
Exactly.
If you're going to do IP, why don't you do an older IP that you've had a long time that has no representation in the parks?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That is the truth. If you're going to do IP, do some of the older ones like people know and love, rather than doing the newer ones that people.
And stop redoing cartoons that we loved back when we were kids. And
changing them to Goku or whatever.
Yeah,
but it's like there's not even a movie out, but we're already telling you this character is going to be in the park. What if that movie sucks?
Yeah. Who was that? Was that the one from? Was that the one from Disney Wish?
Incredibles.
Yeah, Wish. Yeah, she's going to be in the park. I don't care. I don't know who this person is. I don't even know anything about the movie yet.
That's
like barely a trailer.
And that's another thing as well. Like, over the past few like movies that have come out, there has been no promotion for them. That's another thing. I watched one called Strange World. It was like, I think it was 2021. Yeah. The only promotion I saw for this movie, no joke of a lie, was on the side of a bus. And I'm like, what is this movie? Like, where is it come from? Yeah. I was like, I'll give it a go. It's on Disney Plus. I was like, all right, fair dues. It was all right. But then there's just no promotion for them at all. Like, how are Disney expecting them to do well if they're not like promoting them? But then all of a sudden they're like, oh, we're going to shove this character in the park because we know you're going to love it. We're not promoting it, but we know we're going to love it. You're going to take pictures of them because it's new. That's not how it works. Like, I don't care about these characters. I don't know who they are. Like, I want pictures with like people that I know. You know what I mean? Like, I want pictures with Mickey, with Minnie, with Donald, you know, the characters I grew up with, not some new character that I know nothing about. Like,
I'm saying that's like, they get invested in these new characters and they build rides on them, and then 5-10 years later, like, oh, this IP is like no longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Meaningful.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, Moana is like so huge right now. Everything has to be Moana, and that was coming out of Iger's mouth.
Yeah.
Like this, everything has to be Moana right now because that's what everybody wants.
Yeah.
But that's not what everybody wants. No. That's just what's making money currently.
Yeah, exactly.
And we said this before with when we were doing Goofy Sky School right through with Jeff. There was Goofy rides before there was actually a Mickey Mouse ride.
Oh yeah.
what is up with that?
Yeah,
It took
yeah.
us like 90 years to get a Mickey Mouse ride.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And even that still looks a bit like, do I really want to ride that ride? Like, I mean, I'm gonna ride it because it's gonna be there, but
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not.
it's at least better than some of the stuff they've done. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's yeah.
I just wish it was the Mickey of old, the
Yeah.
animation, and not this new Mickey.
Oh yeah, I don't
it's
like
that
the
new
new Mickey
crazy-
design. I
They
don't
look
like the
they're
look
on
of it.
drugs or
No.
something. So.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, 100%, 100%. There's something about it. It kind of like Goofy in particular just creeps me out a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like their pale skin. It's just no. What have you done? What have you done to him? What have you done? It's just no. It's very bizarre. Very bizarre. But yeah, it's yeah. I want Disney to sort themselves out and just be like, yo, this is what we're doing. We need to figure this out. Like, come on. We need to stop using IP.
And that's why they need change from top down.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what I was getting to in the beginning. I forgot his name, but that guy who tried to do a kind of a takeover back in February, and now he's coming back.
Right.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
I forgot his name, but
Fresh Baked David did a thing on him.
Yeah, but like, so he tried to take over, like I said, back in February, and then he calmed down, and Disney's stock has dove down, and now he's been buying up stock. So he's got like 6 times as much stock as he had back then. Now he can kind of get seats on the board.
Yeah.
So if he does that, he can actually ask for Iger to step down.
Ooh,
so
interesting.
I hope, as much as I thought Iger would be nice, and
yeah,
Iger did a lot for the company back in the day, but now he's not doing shit, so he needs to go.
That is very true. Like you say, we need a fresh ideas, we need a fresh face. We like, and Iger's only supposed to be interim though. He's only supposed to be there for like what 2 years, and now he's extended it for another 2, so he's gonna be there 4. Like,
and I think one of the most important parts of this whole thing is giving more respect to the cast members. Because they're the ones that make the magic for all of us.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And if they're not respected and given the right amount, that they should be earning.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
Yeah,
100%.
It goes from them and it comes to us.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And we can't even get into the parks. Like, we can't buy a Magic Key. We still have the reservation system.
Yeah.
You're catering to California locals that.
Yeah, when are they going to change that? Because I feel like
they don't need the discount. They're there all the time.
Yeah, Give it to
you want people to come in from outside the state, but yet we can't pay monthly for a Magic Key, and they can.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're using your own credit card or whatever.
Yeah.
But it just makes sense to just open it up, make everything even. No one else is doing a reservation system. Get rid of that.
Yeah.
There's no reason for it.
No.
I don't care what they say. There's no reason for it.
No, and that's another thing that baffles me is like how different the two parks kind of like work. Like Disney World, they're upping the prices for the annual pass holders, I believe. I think I read an article about it. They're upping the prices for it, but someone was saying, like, we don't need that. We need the money from Disney World alone comes from tourists. Like many people from over here. I'm in a lot of like Disney groups on like Facebook and follow like Load on Twitter and things like that come specifically from Britain to go to Disney World because A, it's bigger, there's more there, you're gonna get more out of your experience, and B, it's just easier to get to from over here. Like we can get packaged.
It's not a 12-hour flight.
No. I mean, it's still a 9-hour flight. I mean, it's a long time, but like everything's included, like flights, hotel, packet, like everything's included in. The packaging's very good for Disney World. If I were to go to Disneyland, like I was looking at going to Disneyland for my 30th next year, I looked at it alone, like everything's separate, and it all just didn't make sense to me as well because of how different the park is ran. And that's another thing that confuses me. Like, if it's all under one umbrella, why are they not ran the same way, the same system? Like, how come it differs so much? Like, I don't understand.
Disneyland is a locals park.
Yeah, I understand. I understand
Disney
that.
World is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they should have like the same kind of like pass system, the annual pass holders. Like Disneyland doesn't have the magic bands that Disney
No,
World
we do.
does. Oh, you do
We
now.
do now.
You do now.
They don't
work
push
for
it.
everything, but
Yeah.
it's actually basically just for your ticket, pretty much right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So
yeah.
it's just a fancy band you wear around your wrist.
Yeah. Well,
It's got some of those activities in the parks, but it doesn't like hold your credit card or your hotel key or anything like that.
Exactly. Where at Disneyland, it's all like the swipe. At Disney World, sorry, it's all a swipe of a wrist. Like everything's on there. It's just ease of convenience. Like
convenient.
yeah, if I'm gonna go over there next year, I don't need to carry a wallet. I don't need to carry I don't need to carry anything like that. Have the fear of losing it in the park or losing it in a ride because I got it on my wrist. You know what I mean? It just makes it so much more easier. The thing that baffles me is it's just because they're so drastically differently ran. I understand what like California's for locals and obviously Walt Disney World is for the tourists. That's where their income comes from. But at the same time, the reservation system should be the same. Like the way the parks are kind of like operating should be somewhat the same, right?
You would think so.
You would think so, but I mean, what do I know? I don't know. But like going back to the cast members as well, like Steve was saying, it is the cast members are what make the magic. Like they deserve so much more than they get. Like I've read so many stories. There was one story that really sticks out to me, and this was from a couple of years ago now. I'm hoping like everything changed and everything's kind of like. But there was a cast member at California who worked on the storybook canals. She couldn't afford rent. They couldn't afford rent to buy a house, so she was living out of a car, like to actually like have somewhere to sleep and things like that because they weren't being paid enough. And that's just that's awful. Like you've got the big boys at the top like earning the money for sitting in an office all day. Where's the justice for the cast members that are making the magic? Being out in the sun all day, being happy all the time, being like even when they're having a shit day, they've always got a smile on their face because they have to. That's their job. They've got to make the magic for others, and it's not fair that they're being treated like that or not being paid enough for that. I don't know if it's still the same kind of like situation, but it's just not fair the way that sometimes they're treated for, when they're the ones that we see all this. We're not going to see Bob Iger in the parks, you know what I mean? Bob's not going to come down and be like, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? It's the cast members that make it, that stick out, that make you want to go back. And they deserve so much more. Like, they really, really do.
Yeah, we have friends that are cast members.
Yeah.
And, so our friend Mark, he's really good at, when we had the parades, he's really good at pumping up the crowd and getting them all involved and everything. And so
nice. Exactly. That's what you want. That's what makes it memorable, isn't it? Like that's what you're going to remember. You're going to remember those. Over the top experiences. You're like, yes, that's what makes me want to go back. If someone's got a face like a slapped ass, you're not going to want to see them. You'll be like, you ruined my day a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? It's the same with me. Like I work in childcare, so I've always got to be like, I'm a happy-go-lucky guy anyway, so it's fair enough. But there's some days where I'm like, oh, I just can't be bothered. But you still got to put a smile on your face because
you still have to.
You still got to put a smile on your face because those parents, those children,
you got to do it for the kids.
You got to do it for the kids. You got to do it for like even like greet the parents or greet them in and out like throughout the day. You still got to be like, you still got to be over the top. Like you've just got to be. You've got to be because at the end of the day, they expect it. And it's just part of the. It's just the job. You've got to do it. Like, but it's those experiences, like I say, that just make it that much more memorable when you go to a park, like, and everything like that. So, but yeah, that was we went a little bit deep there, guys.
I was gonna say a little bit ago, you were like, I don't know what I'm saying, but we do know what we're saying because we're the people who actually pay the money to go into the parks. So you would think that Disney would be listening to us more than their own board,
Yeah,
you know?
that is very, very true. But yeah, you would think they'd take the guest considerations into account, but unfortunately that's not how big corporations work. And
yeah, they think they know better, but clearly they're not doing so well.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You know, they need to go to do that undercover boss thing.
Yes, yes.
You look like Iger. Why are you sweeping?
Yeah.
Let's see Iger do some of those custodian drawings with them. You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I bet he can't do it.
Oh no, there was a very cool one that I watched. It was in was it Tokyo Sea? It was a custodial who did. I don't know how he did it. He had like a brush, and it sounded like he was playing a xylophone, playing the Little Mermaid. It was like under the sea. Yeah. It was very, very cool. Very, very cool.
I'm gonna have to go look that up.
Yeah, I don't know how he did it, but it was insane. It was so cool. But yeah,
maybe he can make noises with his mouth.
Maybe he's the guy from Police Academy.
Bubbles.
Can
we take?
I was just thinking how awesome it would be if that guy was actually working at Disney, just making noises.
That'd be so good.
Yeah, I love these things. There was one of these where I think it was Donald who was in a Stormtrooper.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then I also have one like this, but he's Han Solo in the Carbonite.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Is it custom made?
Disney sold these.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. This is back before they bought them. And I think it was like $200.
Oh, that's not bad for.
And actually,
the detail is very cool on it, though.
Yeah. So it came with a base.
Oh, nice.
And each one of them came with a special pin.
Oh, wow. Look at that. That's so cool.
And I mean, you can't buy these. It only came with these characters. So.
Oh, right. Yeah. No way. That's so cool.
Yeah. And I don't know, like, this is some kind of, like, trinket box, I guess.
Yeah.
Because the lid comes off, but...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I wanted to get more of these, and that was the only two I ever got.
Very limited edition.
Yeah, there was other ones too. I mean, there's Mickey Mouse as like Luke and like a Jedi, you know.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
They did. Am I right in thinking then they did Minnie as Princess Leia?
As Leia.
Yeah.
And Goofy and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, Goofy as Darth Vader.
I think there was Darth Vader Goofy.
Yeah.
There might have been a Darth Maul, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was quite a few of them.
Yeah. Very, very cool.
But like I got one. This is back. I'm programming again, but not full time.
Yeah.
But when I was, I had tons of money. And that's when I bought this, and I have a Terminator bus and all that. So
nice.
Whenever I went to Disney, I was like, "Oh, let's everybody, let's go. I'm gonna pay for Blue Bayou, and we're gonna all have fun." And I fucking just did whatever I wanted.
Money.
and those times are gone. But this is what came out of it the last couple of times that I was able to do that. So
nice. So what is it you do now? Then you're not in programming now, then? Oh.
Well, I am part time, and then I do the signs as well.
Oh, nice!
And those are pretty much what's holding me over.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm hoping.
You want to get the Etsy shop back up then?
The Etsy shop it never went down.
Yeah.
I just took away some of the items, which they kind of still are.
Yeah.
That way I can do the laser stuff while I'm programming.
Yeah.
Basically, that's my whole theory.
Okay.
I opened a merch shop last year.
Okay.
And that was on Shopify. And I had a jersey. If you remember my video I did with Dallin, the interview, and I gave him the baseball jersey.
Oh, yeah. Nice, yeah.
I had those on there, and I had a hockey jersey, and they say Caribbean Pirates.
Yeah.
Whatever. They were like, "That's Disney," and I'm like, "No, it's not. It's Pirates. Actually, we're in the Caribbean. Sorry, they don't own anything about Pirates and Caribbean. They don't own a trademark. They may own a trademark on the movie title,
Yeah.
but they don't own a trademark on it.
They don't own the pirates that were in the Caribbean 400 years ago.
Etsy's lawyers are like, that's copyrighted Disney. I'm like, it has nothing to do with Disney. It's just a coincidence that Disney has a ride called Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's so
Mine
funny.
is a fake sports team that doesn't use any of their logos or any of their fonts or anything, and it says Caribbean Pirates.
Oh, no.
And they swore up and down that I needed to get permission to use it. And I'm like, that's my own drawings. It's all mine. So anyway, they closed my shop, and I've been reopening slowly, trying to anyway.
Yeah.
But so eventually I will have the merch shop going to
Nice.
have our logo stuff, but also other designs like the shirt that I'm giving Chris Provost that I showed up on that through video.
Yeah. Churro Hero.
So you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. My whole computer shut down.
Oh.
So I had to...
I was wondering why it turned off. Yeah.
I know, yeah.
It was weird.
How strange.
I had to reboot and then I couldn't get the camera working, but now I'm okay.
There we go.
So that's good.
We're back.
Yeah.
All right. Let me think here.
You keep having to push that closer. Put that away.
Hey, listen.
What? Yeah.
At one point, it's just going to consume the whole frame. Jason's going to be like crouched down. Let me.
You want to look at the other one? I'll set it right here.
All right. Let me.
If you want, Steve, I'll send you the pen.
Ooh.
The pen that's inside.
The what? The pen.
The pin.
The pin.
He doesn't know about the pin.
Each one comes with a special. If I can set it up, a special pin.
Oh wow.
Yep. I think I keep them in here too. I can send you both pins if you want, because you can only get it this way.
Score.
Yeah.
That's made
all
Steve's
this time he's never said anything about those pins until now.
I opened it up and we were talking about it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, there's pins inside."
That's so funny.
I'll send you the pins with your ride vehicle.
Oh yeah, my.
So Zach, during our submarine ride through, Steve was talking about how there's no submarine toys.
Oh yeah.
And so I went and searched for a toy, and I like the picture of this. I thought it was like 10 inches big, but no. This thing.
Oh my gosh!
I think I spent $10 on this thing. Because that's how I thought it was bigger. And I get this, and I'm like,
wait, how big is that? It's at least it's like 2 inches big. It's
not even 2 inches. It's like an inch and a half.
Oh my gosh!
And I was like,
that's the only toy from the submarine. So.
Yeah. This is why you don't buy stuff on eBay without checking it out first.
That's so... like that guy that bought that carpet on what's that one? Wish on wish.com. He bought a carpet.
Oh no.
And when he got it, it was like this big because it was for a dollhouse.
Stay down.
Oh, Wish, honestly, man. Last experience I had with
wish.com, yeah.
I bought like some things off Wish. No joke of a lie, I'm still waiting for them 2 years later.
That's like that Temu stuff. Don't buy anything.
Oh, absolutely not. I do not trust those websites at all. The prices are just not worth it.
Yeah.
Anything, like any website that you see that was made in the last like 3 months, like you can check who is and see if when it was created.
Oh, yeah.
If it was created within a few months, do not ever buy anything.
No, absolutely not.
Those Chinese sites just pop up and go away, and
to be fair, I am very tempted to buy some things for a video and just see how crap the quality is.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around too.
I love
Some stuff
I
actually
love
is
those videos.
surprising, but
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother actually bought something from Temu.
Oh
and
yeah.
It some woodworking tools just to see,
Oh.
and a few of them actually were really nice.
yeah.
The others were very, very small for a dollhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's what's this? Make something. I forgot his name.
Bob.
Pachuto. You know who I'm talking about, though. Not Bob, but no, it's just make something.
Oh, I don't.
He used to be called the Drunken Woodworker.
Oh,
I forgot his name. It's Pachuto something.
Yeah.
David Pachuto.
Yeah, David.
He bought a couple of stuff like that, and like one of the tools is like better than the one he was trying to copy. And he's like, "Whoa, shit!" I'm like,
No way. That's
it's
insane.
cheaper and better, so you never know. But
Yeah.
for the most part, you get ripped off.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh gosh.
All right, were we ready to continue?
Yes. Let me double check. All right. So I think, yeah, I don't have any more questions actually. Looking back, unless you have any questions for me. Is there anything you want to ask me or plug yourselves?
I know we talked about some stuff when we had you on, but what? Here, let's start from here, I guess.
The interviewer becomes the interviewee.
Yeah. So, Zach, let me ask you something. When we're talking about Disney Forward, we also have the Toy Story parking lot, which they kind of considered making into a downtown Disney-esque kind of thing, Disney Springs.
Yeah.
If that were to become a third gate, what kind of theme park would you think they would put there, or would you put there, like theme-wise or whatnot?
Okay. Good question.
You know how big that Toy Story parking lot is?
It's huge, and it's quite big, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean,
it's one of the biggest.
In the size of there.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the biggest, isn't it?
It is roughly the same size as Disneyland, but some of that has to be put aside for like office spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah, roughly you can put DCA in there.
Okay. So we're working with a DCA. Oh no!
I've stumped him.
100%. I'm trying to think here because, like, I feel like whatever they do, it's because it's more residential rather than its own land. They need to take that into consideration.
There is residence behind it. That kind of goes in the same realm as Disney Forward.
Yeah.
Across the street from the backside, there's residence.
Yeah.
So you'd have to build up a giant like berm and noise.
That's it. Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know, man. Maybe I mean, I'm a sucker for water parks. That's like my favorite thing. So maybe some kind of water park.
There you go.
What is that?
Is the area.
I can't see nothing.
You can't? Oh, that's
no.
weird. Sorry.
Ooh, look at this. Okay.
I was trying to share.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Oh, I can't for some reason, but that's fine.
Is there a box that says "Watch Stream"?
Oh, and then you have to click. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. There we go.
So this is the Toy Story lot.
This is
a hotel.
Okay.
These are hotels. I think there's an IHOP here or something.
Okay. Nice.
And then these are condos and homes.
Okay. So let's say we get a berm round there. Let's say we get like noise, kind of like restrictions going. I think a water park could work potentially.
That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, I never even thought.
Maybe try and River County that was back in Disney World back in like the 70s.
Right.
Try and emulate something like that because obviously it's not as big as like Blizzard Beach, Typhoon Lagoon, but I think it'd work. It'd be like a little. I mean, yeah, it would be Disney, but it could also be if it is a separate gate, maybe buy tickets to go for just the day. Obviously, appeasing to the California residents, so you can go for the day rather than buying a full ticket to go to like all the parks and stuff like that.
Yeah, because Knott's has Soak City.
Yeah,
which is across the street from it.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I think that's like the only water park around there too. So have a Disney version would be kind of a good idea, to be honest.
Get me on the Imagineering team, guys. Let's
there
get
you
it
go.
Going. Yeah, absolutely.
I always thought having one of those older park ideas like Westcott.
Yes. Oh, Westcott looks amazing.
So we can have a giant spaceship Earth too.
A giant golden dome. Westcott looks amazing. 100%.
That Western River
Expedition.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. I tell you what, I do miss as well. Disney Quest. Disney Quest was good.
What's that?
It was like arcade interactive stuff.
Yeah, it was like it's kind of like all VR stuff, like VR like headsets and things like that. We could play like various games and stuff. If they were to ever bring it back, it was like they class it as an indoor theme park essentially.
All like the future video games and things like that were all there.
Well, it wasn't that. What's that called?
They had them all over, but the last one was in Disney Springs, which is what the NBA thing took over.
So there was one. Yeah, so there was one Disney Springs or downtown.
Innovations was.
Yeah, Innovations. Yeah. That was kind of similar to, but on steroids, kind of. And then there was one in Chicago, but that one closed down. There was plans for one in Philly and California as well, but it just flopped. The whole thing flopped. And then the last one it closed down in 20. When did it close down?
Wasn't that long ago.
Did a video on it. It was like 2016. And then the NBA experience became that, and then I don't know what it is now. Yeah, I don't know what it is now. I don't think it's anything.
I think they're just turning it into a restaurant or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, there must be something there now. But yeah, that was a very cool experience. I really enjoyed that one when I was there. It was very cool. But yeah, I think a water park would work well for Disneyland.
So there actually was a VR place in downtown Disney for a little bit.
Oh, what's that?
There was a couple.
Oh, cool.
I forgot what it was called. VR. Was it VR Quest or something? There was something like that.
It was a Star Wars one.
There was. But there was something before that too.
More recent.
Within the last 5 years or so.
Because I was going to say there was a Wreck-It Ralph one. Was there as well?
Sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I never actually got to go in them.
Yeah,
but
they were pretty cool. They were pretty cool. Yeah. Well, thank you for that question. That was made me think, made me use my brain at almost 10 o'clock at night. Jason, thank you very much.
It's only 2 o'clock here, so I'm right awake.
Can I tell you ghost stories now?
Honestly, yeah.
No, not ghost.
I was thinking about
not ghost stories.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about that when we were talking about Disney Forward, so I just popped it back in my head.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's everything. If you want to plug yourselves, guys, if you want to plug your channels, I'll put them all down in the description down below for you. Go ahead.
For the most part, Instagram, go at Interactive Realm. Again, on YouTube, Interactive Realm and Signs of Amusement. And then we also have the podcast, which is Discovered Magic. You can do discoveredmagic.com. And I also do Two Fat J's with my friend Hey Man with J-Man, who's also on YouTube. But all those videos can be found on my Signs of Amusement channel.
It's the hub for everything. Also, I need to watch that latest Two Fat J's one, because that nacho cheeseburger, it looks insanely good, my guy. Oh my gosh. I've not had a chance. I put it on my watch later. I'm watering the mouth. I'm like, oh my gosh. I wish we had Wendy's over here. I need it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be good. And then we were trying it. We're like, oh, actually, it's pretty good. Steve's going to try it a little later, I think. Yeah. Go back to Sonic.
Yeah.
Hey Man's been to Chick-fil-A a couple of times now since we introduced that to him.
That's cool.
Yeah. No, it's fun times.
I tell you what's opening over here near me as well. I'm so excited. Popeyes Popeyes is opening in Manchester in near me, like the big town near me. I am so excited, mate. When that opens on October, I think it opens like the 27th of October. I am going. Opening day, I will be there. I'm so excited.
If you have a signal there,
yeah,
we can go live. We'll bring you onto the channel. We can all do this together.
That sounds cool. Good. Let's do that. Yes, that sounds.
Because I got a Popeyes like right down the street from me.
So. Nice. Let's go. That sounds good. Good.
Cool.
Yeah. How about you, Steve? What you plugging today, mama? I don't know.
Well, he's got the same stuff, but you can plug your own channel too.
Yeah. And I'm on Instagram as well. It's expedition_Steve_.
Fab.
Plug your woodworking too.
Oh yeah. So I started my brother and we got a new house and we started our own little wood shop.
Oh, cool.
So yeah. So I decided to make a Instagram channel on that, and it's Dutch Brothers Wood Shop.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not to be confused with Dutch Brothers Coffee.
Yeah.
Steve happens to be Dutch.
I had Brothers Wood Shop, and then my sister's like, "Well, you guys always drink there, and you're Dutch, so why don't you just put Dutch?" So we did. We changed it to Dutch Brothers Wood Shop. So.
Nice. We like that. We like that. Very cool.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff that I had made a long time ago that I put on that.
Cool.
Instagram.
I'll be sure to check you out, and I'll go give you a follow.
The coffin was a lot of fun to make.
A coffin?
So. It's a coffin ice chest.
Oh, that's very cool. I like the sound of that.
I made one for my boss, and he put it in his rafters.
Nice.
And then he moved, and then he got a call from the real estate person going, the new people found something in the rafters in the garage.
Oh my god!
Oh, don't open that! Don't open that!
That's so funny.
I kind of made it look realistic.
That's
and
awesome.
I had like rusty chains on it and stuff.
Nice.
Like that.
That appeases the emo in my heart right there.
And you had those tables you made for Alex on there, right?
Yeah. I had I forgot how many I made. They were just the tops because the legs he had already at the shop, so at his cafe. Cool.
Yeah, very, very cool. Nice. We love that.
Fun.
Yeah, so be sure to go check them all out. I'll leave them all down in the description below for you all. But thank you both for coming on today. It's been super fun. I've really enjoyed it. I've been wanting to do this for a long time.
Thank you so much, Zach.
Yeah, it's been super.
It's fun.
It's always fun hanging out with you, Zach.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hope to do it again soon, guys. I'm down to come back on the channel anytime you want me on there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. 100%.
And you'll have to give us the dates you're coming into Disneyland.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because then we can try to schedule something and meet up.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Well, now they've got this little group going. Because I'm on Discord all the time, so I can just shoot a message in here. Because I've been talking to Jason trying to set this up, so I think it'd be a little bit easier if I can have all of you in like one little chat group together. I know Jason.
Cool. I
know Jason's like the manager, but sometimes we don't want the boss. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just want.
I see nothing.
But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for coming on. It's been an amazing time.
Thank you, Zach.
Not a problem. Not a problem. And
it's been fun.
It's been super.
And we're looking forward to more fun. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. And plenty more to have. And thank you all so much for watching here on the podcast. Hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Go and check out all the channels: Signs of Amusement, Interactive Realm. Go and follow them all on Instagram, and you won't be disappointed. But yeah, be sure to leave all the stuff like, comment, share, subscribe here. And I've got plenty more videos coming towards the end of October and starting Christmas stuff now, so that's going to be fun. Oh, It never ends. The grind never ends. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and have a magical rest of your day. See you later, guys.
See you guys.
See ya.